Hello, so this video is about how to overcome the fear of driving over bridges. I work with people all over the world to help them get rid of their driving anxiety, and this is without doubt the number one thing people contact me about. Now, some of you will be watching this thinking, oh, it's not just me that's got it then, and others of you will be watching thinking, what's all this about? How can anyone have a fear of driving over bridges? Well, let's have a look at this. Let's find out where it comes from, what it's all about, and how you can get rid of it. So why have you got this problem? Where does it come from? Well, there are two fears that everyone is born with. These are like built-in natural fears that we all have. And those two things are the fear of loud noises and the fear of heights. So you see, when people have a problem driving over bridges, they often falsely assume it's a driving problem, and it's often not. It's actually to do with heights. Now, some of you will already know that, but people often don't make the link. They think it's a driving thing when it's often not. It's actually more about heights, although it can be a driving issue because everyone is different. So where does this come from? And why have you got this problem? Because we all have a fear of heights. So how come some of us are scared to drive over bridges and others aren't? This fear can be of bridges of any size. So I've known people who have had this problem with bridges that are just maybe 50 feet long and maybe 10 feet high. And also this problem can come up when you go onto big bridges, like one that I've been over several times when I was on holiday, the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. So how is it then that some people can drive over them with no fear and others get scared? Because if you all have a fear of heights, why aren't we all scared? Well, the problem comes from something that's happened in your past. So the way to get rid of it is you have to go back and find what that thing is. Now, it often has nothing to do with driving. Okay, so you might be thinking, where's this come from? A really common thing people say to me is, I've been driving 10 years, 20 years. I've never had this problem. Why has it suddenly come up? Why am I now scared of driving over bridges? Where's this come from? It's something many people are embarrassed about and ashamed about. A lot of people that contact me say, I've got a really stupid problem. I'm too ashamed to even say what it is. And I'll say, is it the fear of driving over bridges? And they'll say, how did you know? So if you have got this problem, don't worry about it. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It can happen to anyone at any time. And it can all be because of something that happened many, many years ago. So how do we get rid of this problem then? Well, one thing I don't recommend doing, which you may see around on the internet, some people recommend this, but I don't. And bear in mind, I'm a professional therapist and I've been a professional driving instructor for 20 years and I've taught over 1,000 people. So I do know what I'm talking about, and I do not recommend exposure therapy. Exposure therapy is when you force yourself into doing something to beat it. It's like fire versus fire, head on. You just bluntly throw yourself into the situation and just try with brute force to beat it. It often doesn't work, and even if it does, it's very unpleasant. Do you seriously want to be driving a car and be shaking and sweating and screaming with fear? I've known people who are crying when they're driving a car over a bridge. You do not want to be in that situation. I don't recommend exposure therapy at all for driving related issues. It's a little different if you're with me because of my experience, my knowledge, plus we're in a car with dual controls and I've taught so many people, I've seen it all before. So with me it would be a little bit safer, but I still don't recommend that as the number one way of overcoming this issue. The real way to get rid of it is to simply work through a procedure that I use. So I work with people online all over the world, talking to them on the internet. We have a video call and I've helped people overcome this problem in as little as 20 minutes was the fastest I did it. It normally takes around an hour, can take 2 or 3, but about an hour is roughly what it takes. So if you want to find out more about this, feel free to contact me, ask me any questions you'd like to, and if you want to book a free call with me, we can talk about this and we can work out how to get rid of it. If you're a little bit too embarrassed to book a call, because people do email me and say, I'd love to work with you, but I don't really want to talk about this. You can email me as well, and I can help you that way. But it does help if you can call. You get like a bit more of a feel for the problem if you can talk through it. So thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you again soon for more videos.